This is my journey.
Hey, I'm glad you came back. When I was a kid, I didn't get to do a lot of this. You see, my dad, he didn't do heights, so we didn't do towers or airplanes or scenic overlooks. Hey, I mean, if the people on TV were skydiving, we usually had to change the channel. Seriously, though, that fear of heights kept us from getting too close to spots like this. Now, being afraid of heights doesn't contribute to loneliness, but being afraid sure can. For some of us, the biggest reason for our loneliness is that we've pulled back from people. And for good reason. Some time ago, I read a quote that says, hurting people hurt people. And I've seen a lot of that. There are a lot of hurting people out there who, well, they hurt people. Maybe you're one of them. See, here's one of the biggest reasons why I told you I'm not going to say I know how you feel. Because I don't know anything about you or the painful moments you've experienced in life so far. I just know that if you've been hurt, it makes sense that you're going to be a little less willing to jump into some situation where the risk for more of that hurt seems real. You know the old saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. I have a friend who often says there's nothing to be learned from the second kick of a mule. Well, that's where a lot of us are at. The more we've been hurt, the more we're a little skittish when it comes to risking more of the same. So is that part of your story? Do you think some of the wounds from the past efforts to know people are holding you back a little bit? Maybe you feel like people in general have been unkind to you. Like people who picked on you or made fun of you or just let you be the occasional object of their cruelty. It's not hard to understand then why you pulled back some and maybe aren't too quick to trust people now. Or could it be that you just never felt like you fit in? Like you never really belonged anywhere? Maybe people weren't overtly mean to you, they just managed to ignore your very existence. Feeling overlooked is a huge part of loneliness for a lot of people, and it hurts. Unfortunately, our culture has a way of rewarding only those who stand out in attractive ways. We give a lot of attention to people that look like we want to look or have what we want to have. That doesn't leave a lot of attention for the rest of us, does it? But sometimes loneliness goes even deeper. Maybe the rejection you felt came from someone who was supposed to love you. Like a parent who gave you abuse instead of love, or a spouse who promised to love you forever and then ran out on you and left you alone. Or maybe that hurting it's ongoing. I mean, even now. And every day it's reinforcing feelings that something's wrong with you, or you're not worth much, or something like that. I know a lot of people who keep beating themselves with the very same verbal club that some loved one used on them repeatedly. It's not right, but it's real. Sometimes we're lonely because we've decided we're not really worth someone caring about. Or we're just afraid to get close to anyone for fear that they'll hurt us again. And if somebody does try to care about us, we kind of fight them off, figuring it's only a matter of time before this friendship goes bad too. Hurts teach us a lot of unhealthy ideas about ourselves, and sometimes those ideas become like a hiding place where no new friends can find us. Does any of that connect with you? I mean, remember, we're just trying to find out why we're lonely. If we're lonely because we've just moved to a new town or lost a close friendship, well, there's some simple things we can do to break out of those feelings. But if our loneliness comes from different hurts or wrong ideas about ourselves, the road to a better day looks a bit different. Either way, that's what we're going to talk about next time. What to do now that I have an idea of why I'm lonely. I hope you'll come back for part 4, because I think together we can find some answers. Next time we're going to meet somewhere over there.